Welcome to using existing geometry to create new. So in this video we're going to use an existing face to create a new face. We're going to separate that immediately, creating a new object, and this basically allows us to match up parts of our model even when they're not exact sizes. So if you had a face that was two Blender units across, of course you could just create another, start with a plane. Let's say if you had a square at the top of a cube, you could have a square and just make it the exact size. That's absolutely fine. In fact, you could scale it to match the right size. But sometimes you're not going to have these nice shapes to work with or exact sizes. So in this case, we're going to use an existing face, separate it immediately, and match, and that will automatically match it up anyway. So let's hop straight on over into Blender. So we have the base we've been working on here, and this face in the middle is the one we're going to work on. But instead of playing about with this, let's learn the techniques we need to do in a new Blender file. So I'm just going to go and open up a new file now, and we'll simply work on the default cube. So we're going to copy this face that's on top. It's relatively straightforward. You've probably already got it in your mind's eye what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to hop on over into edit mode, then select face select and select this top face. Now there are loads of ways of duplicating that face, and all I'm going to do in this case, I don't need a linked duplicate, I just need duplicate, and if you remember that is Shift and D will duplicate the face. Brilliant, that's now done, but immediately, straight away after going Shift and D and duplicating, I'm just going to press Enter to set it where it is, so I've not moved it left and right. If you do need to duplicate otherwise, it is under the Mesh menu, and we've got, where is it on here? Add duplicate, just there, duplicate the mesh and move, that's absolutely fine. We don't get any linked duplicates whilst we're in edit mode. Now, once that's there, we need to separate it. So we've still got that face selected, so we can hit P, and we can separate by selection. And now, if we just have a look, I'm going to turn off the cube itself over here in the outliner. Let's hop on over into object mode. We're just going to turn it off. And so that is the face that we've just copied. And the cube itself is still there. And we should, with the cube selected, we can see that it has its, let's go through here, 6 faces. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We've not duplicated anything within the model itself. And we can look up there, there are 8 vertices around there, and it's still got 8. If we hop over here, we should have 4 vertices. If we hop into edit mode, it's because I've hidden it guys, and I've not noticed that I've hidden it. Okay, so now that that's there, we hop over to edit mode here with just that, essentially a plane on top. We've got an exact duplicate, and from that, of course, we can extrude and do things from, and that's now a completely separate model. Okay, brilliant. Let's go apply that knowledge over in our lamp base. And we're going to do that with a challenge. Okay, so I'd like you to create a stem for the lamp, using the face at the bottom of the hole, the one that I showed you a few minutes ago, and we're going to generate the new geometry and build the stem up from there. I do suggest scaling the stem in ever so slightly to create a slight gap around the top of the hole. So pause the video now and give that a go. Welcome back. Let's go complete this challenge over in Blender. So this is where we left off, and let's hop straight on over and open up our animated lamp. And here we go, we've got the base in front of us, and it's these faces here that we want to duplicate, so this area in the middle. So I'm going to use the circle select tool to do that. I'm going to clear the selection first, so there we go. Press C, circle select, and I can just draw around, and it looks like I don't have face select selected at the moment. So again, let's clear that selection, face select. Should have had a bit of a clue with the dots there, but C, draw around there. Brilliant. So that's all of those faces selected. Shift D will provide us with a duplicate once we've exited with the right mouse button from circle select. Shift D, that's produced a duplicate. Press Enter to set it in place, P to separate it, and I'm immediately going to rename it over here into stem will do for the moment. Hop on over into edit mode, select all of those faces and we can extrude them upwards on the Z-axis. There we go. I'm not sure how tall that is at the moment in the bit bar. That's absolutely fine. So the final thing we can do here is literally just scale it in ever so slightly. I'm not going to do it initially. I'm going to literally draw our border. So let's hop on over into object mode. Just draw a border around here and render it so we can see what's going on. In fact, we need the lights on. We've got our lights turned off at the moment. So where is it in our... Let's turn our backdrop on, the lamp on, and somewhere else. Just minimise this here. I really ought to put all of my lighting in one area so I can find it. So I've turned the plane on, and there seems to be a bit of triangulation going on here. We can sort that out later on. Now, at the moment, if we go to this base area here, I'll zoom out a little, and there, we can see that it's pretty much flush. Now, that's not going to happen in reality, so with the stem selected, I'm just going to grab this top and literally just scale it in. Now, I'm going to be a bit silly here to show you what I want to do. In fact, we may bevel that edge on there just to make it a little neater. And we want a gap around there, but we only want a small gap. So let's scale it in by maybe 0.97. Let's just see. Yep, that's left a nice gap around there. And whilst we're talking about just beveling that edge around there so it's a little bit smoother, let's hop over to our lamp base. Pop into edit mode. I'm just going to stop the rendering so I can see what's going on. I'm going to select that edge loop round there. I'm going to bevel it. Of course, that would be silly. Only needs to be a little, perhaps something like that. Hop straight over into rendered mode, see how that looks. Much better. Brilliant. How did you guys get on? I'd love to see what you did when you got your stem put in. Did you have any challenges? Share in the discussions, and I will see you in the next lecture.